Guys, I'd have to say that right now, this LWRC is my favorite rifle that I've probably ever owned. As you guys saw in the video that I posted the other day, I'll put a link up to that video, I ran this thing with a full auto Bushmaster lower. And I ran this thing under full auto fire just to do some testing and to see how it run. This thing ran perfect, smooth as glass. The price tag on this LWRC M6A2 is around $2,400. There was a lot of reasons why this rifle carries that heavy price tag. Number one, it's a piston-driven system. It is not direct impingement. While you're firing this rifle, the chamber and the bolt stays cool and clean. Doesn't build up a lot of gunk, and it doesn't transfer a lot of heat down here. It runs through your piston system up here. Another thing that these rifles have are Nicor barrels. Nicor barrels are virtually indestructible. You can look up some information on the Nicor barrels that they use in here. These barrels will outlast a standard store-bought low-end AR by approximately 4 times. Another thing is they come with high-end machined sights, machined in-house rails, nickel boron bolt. I'm going to take the bolt out and show you something else that's different with that as well. Alright guys, here is the one-piece machined nickel boron bolt carrier and the bolt. And one thing I did not mention when I made the video is I didn't put any oil or any grease on the bolt or the bolt carrier when I ran the rifle that day. The factory states that this thing can be run with no lube whatsoever. So if they're going to say it, it should be able to do it, right? Well, I shot this rifle more rounds than what you even seen on camera. And this thing, not only was it flawless, it was begging for more every time I emptied a magazine. Also, on this bolt, you can see how the edge down here is tapered. That is to prevent any kind of carrier tilt from damaging in where the buffer tube sits. This is just one awesome piece of machinery. See how this little key for the gas piston is machined on here? No screws, nothing to ever stake or adjust. No worry of anything getting sheared off. It's all one piece. You don't really have to do any kind of maintenance to this whatsoever. The key is made. It's right on there. I will be running this thing with oil. Probably a little grease right here on the rails where they touch when I do run this rifle. But just for a test, this worked out perfectly. Another thing I wanted to mention, as I was messing around and reloading and doing things, this mag right here, let's see if you can see it, it took a dive. And I'm talking about 4 inches of wet, soft mud. I'm trying to show you the marks on here. This was a brand new magazine. Took a dive. This magazine's been wiped off now, into 3 or 4 inches of very thick, wet mud. Now, what did I do? I picked the magazine up out of the mud and just popped it straight into the rifle and ran it full auto. Of course, no malfunctions whatsoever. So that just goes to show you a little bit of the reason why I like this rifle so much. This thing is just amazing out there. And I would have no problem whatsoever with using this rifle to defend my life under any circumstance at all. Okay guys, I'm going to take this thing apart and clean it. First what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the gas piston system on top. I'm going to have to get these Magpul rail covers off first though, so I'll get back with you in a minute. Alright, so the next thing you want to do is take these 2 screws out. There's one on each side. They're very large head, easy to manipulate. A lot of grip on them. on the other side. Okay, so now when you got the screws out, all you need to do here is pull her forward and give her a lift up and straight out. And there's the piston system. I'll give you guys some close-ups of it. Alright guys, I got my flashlight also, so I can see if I can get you guys some better light of the markings on the barrel and just the piston overall itself. Here's the piston where it runs back and forth. Self-scraping, they call it self-cleaning piston. When it runs, it actually scrapes the carbon out of itself. As you can see, I haven't done one thing to this, and as you can see, it's not too dirty up there. See, 5.56 NATO, we're looking at the barrel now. 1 in 7 twist, CHF V Nicor. It's a heavy Nicor barrel, LWRC International. Just excellent machinery. The quality, everything is just top notch. Just top notch stuff there. Now, with all that being said, do I think that a standard AR is junk or that it won't run right? Absolutely not, is my answer. I have a Smith & Wesson M&P 15 AR-15 and I love it. Have no plans whatsoever of ever getting rid of it. You get what you pay for. There is different things. There's possibilities for different rifles to run further with less cleaning or run further with less oil, take more abuse. There's different pros and cons to each rifle. You have to weigh those pros and cons and decide which one is right for you. If you do have the money laying around, you're looking for the top quality, the best you can get, I would definitely look at LWRC for sure. Love this rifle. And like I said, there was many things I did with it off film that shooting day as well. And it came through with flying colors and then some. Alright guys, I'm going to get this thing all cleaned up. Still not too dirty, haven't touched it yet as far as any kind of cleaning. I'm going to get her cleaned up, put a coating of oil on it, and put her away. Till next time, this is Humans for Targets. I thank you for watching, and I'm out.